Let's begin by multiplying a few things by 10 first. If we can do that and identify a pattern, well, that pattern could be used for multiplying more difficult things by 10 later. So let's start with some easy ones. Let's say 10 times 1. What is 10 times 1? Now we know that anything times 1 is going to be itself. So 10 times 1 is just going to be 10. However, I'm going to put the second part in blue. How about 10 times 2? 10 times 2 is going to be 20. And once again, I'm going to put that 0 in blue. How about 10 times 3? 10 times 3 is going to be 30. Let's skip to, let's say, 10 times 8. 10 times 8. What is 10 times 8? Well, 10 times 8 is going to be 80. One more. How about 10 times 10? What is 10 times 10? Well, that's going to be 100. Now, if you knew your multiplication table already, good job. You may have already seen this pattern that we're going to talk about, but if you haven't, no worries. Notice that there is something that I wrote in blue for each and every one of these. What is it? Well, it's going to be these zeros here, right? There's a 0 here, 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 and here. There's only one 0 that I marked in blue, no matter what we did here. That's for a reason. Let's look at what we're multiplying by 10 in every case. So ignore this first 10. This is going to be the 10 that we're going to multiply something by. So we're going to ignore this 10. But let's look at what we are multiplying by. So in this case, we're multiplying by 1. Well, what's the result? Well, it's going to be that same 1 plus a blue 0, right? How about this 2? It's going to be that same 2 plus a blue 0. This 3, the same 3 plus a blue 0. How about this 8? The same 8 plus a blue 0. Now we had 2 zeros here, but remember, what are we multiplying by? This is a 10. So we had that same 10 here plus a blue 0. So what's the pattern that we saw here? Well, it seems like whenever we're multiplying by these 10s, all we're doing is taking that number we're multiplying by and then tacking a 0 onto the end. If you can remember that simple shortcut, you don't even have to memorize your 10s multiplication table. You could just simply write your number and then add the 0 afterwards. Let's look at a few slightly more difficult examples to see this work out. Let's look at these 3 examples in which we're multiplying these numbers by 10. Now remember, the pattern that we saw was we're going to take whatever we're going to multiply by, and then if we're multiplied by 10, add a 0 to the end. So in this case, we have 10 times 58. So instead of trying to figure out what that is, using whatever other methods we may have learned by now, we are going to use our pattern that we just found. So 58, we're going to write that right here. And then since we're multiplying by 10, we're going to add that 0 to the end. So this answer is going to be 580. How about this second one? 10 times 724. That is a big number. But we'll do the same thing. We're going to write this. And then because we're multiplying by 10, we're going to write that 0 afterwards. This became 7,240 now. How about this last one here? This was a really big number. And normally this would be kind of scary to do. But because we have a very easy pattern, this is also going to be easy. We're going to write all of this once again. So 9, 9, 2, 5, 7. And because we're multiplying by 10, all we do is put that 0 at the end. So now this big number became 992,570. You multiplied this big number by 10 and found the answer just like that. Let's do the same thing for the hundreds pattern. We're going to try to do it the same exact way, but if you don't necessarily know how to multiply by 100 just yet, or if it's just a little bit more confusing, no worries. Remember, multiplication is really just a shortcut for addition. So as long as we can add, we can multiply. So 100 times, let's say 2, that just means we're going to add 100 that many times. So if you know how to add 100 plus 100, we can do 100 times 2. And what's 100 plus 100? Well, this is going to be 200. So 100 times 2 is going to be 200. Now there is another way you can read this. You could also add 2 100 times, but that will be a lot to do right now. So instead of adding 2 100 times, we can add 100 2 times. How about this one? 100 times 4. Well, this is just saying we're going to add 100 4 times. So it's going to be 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. So what's 100 plus 100? Well, this is going to be 200. And what's 100 plus 100 over here? Well, that's going to be 200. And then we're going to add both of those together. So we broke this apart. 100 plus 100 and 100 plus 100. Now what's 200 plus 200? Well, that's going to be 400. So you see, if you have a difficulty multiplying by 100, all you really have to do is add 100 that many times. Now this can get a little long depending on how many times you have to add 100, but until you get more familiar with multiplying by 100, that is an easy way of doing it. However, we're going to be finding a shortcut pattern. So you don't even necessarily need to know how to do this now, because we're going to find some way to do it way faster. So let's look at our patterns. 100 times 1 is going to be 100. 100 times 2 is going to be 200. 100 times 3 is going to be 300. Let's skip down to 100 times 9 is going to be 900. Let's skip down to 100 times 12. Whoa. 100 times 12. Well, that's going to be 1,200. Do we see a pattern here? Yes. Similar to how we added 1 0 to the end whenever we multiply by 10, whenever we multiply by 100, we're going to add 2 zeros at the end. So if you're multiplying 100 by 1, you get 2 zeros after that same 1. You're going to write the same number down, then follow it by 2 zeros. Multiplying by 2, you get 2 with 2 zeros. 9, you get 9 with 2 zeros. 12, you get the whole 12 and then 2 more zeros. Okay, we're going to tackle these 3 just like we did for our tens examples. 100 times 72. So we're going to write that 72, and then because we have 100 here, we're going to follow it with 2 zeros. So this became 7,200. How about this 100 times 358? Once again, you're going to write this entire thing, 358, then follow it with 2 zeros. Since it's 100, we have 2 zeros and 100. We have 2 zeros after this. How about this one? 100 times 52,738. Wow, this is a big number that we have to multiply by 100. No worries. Write all of this. Don't miss a single number. 5, 2, 7, 3, 8. And then we have 2 zeros. So this is 5,273,800. So whenever you're multiplying by 10 or multiplying by 100, all you really have to do is add your zeros to the end. And if you ever forget how many zeros to add, look at 10. How many zeros does 10 have? It has 1. How about 100? How many zeros does 100 have? It has 2. So that is going to be how many zeros you're going to add to the end of your numbers. Since 10 has 1 0, you're adding 1 0 to the end. Since 100 has 2 zeros, you're adding 2 zeros to the end. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today. And if you did, be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. See you again next week.